The first IPO of the year is finally here. Digital marketing company One Great Studio just dropped their prospectus, but is this investment right for you? I'm Kalila Reynolds, financial journalist and educator based in Jamaica, so let's take a look. Well, first of all, the information in this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended as investment advice. Please consult a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. All right, now that that's out the way, can you believe it's already August and we're just now getting the first IPO of the year? Things on the local market have not been the best, so a lot of companies shied away from listing. So who's this brave company that decided to take that leap? One Great Studio. They describe themselves as a digital-first marketing company. They help other businesses with pretty much everything marketing related. So we're talking about brand strategy and design, digital marketing, mobile app, website design, development, search engine optimization, and much more. So 1GS is already about 10 years old, but they've been keeping a fairly low profile over the years. But there's a good chance that you've actually seen their work. They're the team behind Barita's marketing. They've helped Barita to craft a very recognizable brand in recent years. At one point, it felt like you couldn't even watch YouTube without seeing an ad for Barita. Now, 1GS has also done work with Beryllium, Canopy, iProtect, and several others. And their business isn't only local, they have clients in a dozen countries around the world. So I guess it helps that their team is almost completely remote. And they've been that way since 2012, long before the pandemic. According to the prospectus, the company went from earning 21 million Jamaican dollars in 2018 to 240 million in 2022. In US dollars, that's 135,000 USD to 1.5 million. So they've 10x'd their growth in just 4 years. And it's even more impressive when you consider half of that time was during the COVID-19 pandemic. Their net profit also grew from 2 million JMD in 2018 to almost 28 million in 2022, also more than 10x. And in USD terms, that's from $13,000 to $180,000. Now let's look at the actual IPO. They're looking to raise just over $338 million and then list on the junior market of the Jamaica Stock Exchange. They're offering 338 million shares, all priced at $1 each. Half of the shares are reserved for strategic partners and staff members, and the other half, roughly 169 million shares, will be available to the public. The lead broker is Barita, no surprise, and the minimum purchase is 10,000 shares, so you'll need at least 10,000 Jamaican dollars or 65 US dollars plus fees to participate in this offer. So what do they want this money for? According to the prospectus, the bulk of the funds will go to reducing their debt to Barita. They borrowed $270 million from Barita last year in order to acquire a US-based company, High Voltage SEO, which specializes in search engine optimization. And according to 1GS, that acquisition is already paying off big time. In the last quarter of 2022, the new business line contributed $76 million to their revenues, which is 74% of all the money they made that quarter. Now back to the use of the IPO funds. Another $58 million has been earmarked for strategic growth initiatives, such as developing new products and business lines, as well as regional and international expansion. And finally, $30 million is going towards developing human capital, which is fancy talk for building out a larger team or upskilling their existing employees. But as with any investment, there are risks. For One Great Studio, one of its biggest risks is cybersecurity and data protection. Remember, they offer app and website design and development, so they have to be able to keep their clients' sites secure. Then there's the fact that the digital advertising and marketing space is very competitive. There are dozens of companies that offer those same services that One Great Studio does. And this leads to another potential risk, the company's ability to get new clients and maintain existing ones. There's also a currency risk with 1GS because they have clients from so many different countries. Exchange rates could change, which would mean there would be volatility in the company's revenues. Now let's talk about dividends. They plan to pay out up to 30% of net profits as dividends, but remember, companies can decide that they'd rather reinvest those profits than pay out, so dividends are not guaranteed. So, how do you participate in this offer? Well, applications are only being accepted through Barita's Boss platform. You can also go to onegreatipo.com to read the prospectus. The offer opens on August 28 and is scheduled to close on September 18. But we know from past experience that these junior market offers tend to close much earlier. In fact, it's best to get your application in even before the open date. And that's the bottom line. So, what do you guys think about One Great Studio? Will you be participating in the offer? Are you excited about the first IPO of 2023? Let me know in the comments. I'll be doing a detailed prospectus review of 1GS Inside the Money Mission on Monday, August 21. We'll go over the parts of a prospectus and what are the key things that you should look out for. The link is in the description below. Let's get this money.
Let's get this money.